Okay. This is drawing at night, at day, during daytime. I had time during the day today. All right, lately this is what I've been working on. Little sequence where my main character is walking along, carrying way too much stuff, drops a cup, and the big mean boss yells at her. And then I've been drawing it out of order. This was further down the line. The grandpa's leading the main character away. So I won't show that too much yet. But what we drew yesterday, I did this on the episode 0. She's yelling, the boss is yelling at the little girl, and she's throwing a fit in this crazy pose, and the grandpa comes to soothe her and clean up the mess, and he's stomping away. The grandpa's leading her away, saying, let's get out of here. All right. So even though I pick randomly, this sequence is what I'm working on. So the next part is going to pick up from there, and we're going to have the grandpa putting her, and as a test, because I have my phone rubber banded to this lamp, as long as the lamp doesn't get hot, I tested to see if this camera angle would be better. So I did draw a tiny bit here, just to test it out. Let me rip my paper up a little bit. There we go. So I did start to pen in a little bit, just like 5 seconds. And then I realized I do like this camera angle. So I had a little bit of time. So we're gonna draw a page. I don't talk a lot on these. I say I don't, and then I end up, but it's just drawing. I'm making a buck. Everybody at my house is busy. It might get loud and crazy. I might cut it up short if it gets loud and crazy. But right now, everybody's either gone or doing their own thing. Okay, so this is going to be the grandpa. He's picking her up and setting her on a cart. All right. So before I draw the cart, it's really simple. I don't have a reference sheet of the cart. So I have my awesome unorganized system. Here's all the pages I've drawn so far. I just have to flip through and find another shot of this cart. And if I can get in the neighborhood of it, I don't have to look at every page. Because these are random, but they're hopefully not completely random. Well, there's some more pages I gotta draw, and there's some reference. All right. All this just to look at a cart for like a second. And normally I'd have stuff I have to see out ahead of time. But I didn't know I was drawing today. Didn't know I'd have a chance. So I thought, what the heck? Oh, there we go. I just gotta see what this thing looks like. Oh, that's a real vague. Okay. Yeah. I need a better shot than that. If I have to, that'll be good, but I think there's a better one. Much better. And I'm not the biggest stickler on like the continuity of a cart. However, it will kind of irritate me if I draw something completely different. Oh, that's almost it. That's what they're using there, but you can't quite see enough. I know there's a better one. Well, if I accidentally passed it, we're just gonna wing it. Yep. Okay, forget it. We're crazy. We're just gonna draw a cart. If I draw it too differently, it'll be, you know, a different cart. Maybe the grandpa here had a different cart. All right, I think it was like, okay. We're gonna need some boxes. I know I need boxes. I'm just getting started here, so I'm kind of extra annoying. But I'll settle in and shut my mouth in a minute. Right, let's go 13. 13 picas. And yeah, these cheapy glasses I'm wearing. I mumble, by the way, while I'm drawing through the whole thing. Talk to myself. With these magnifying glasses, you have to get up about 4 or 5 inches away from something, or else it's a complete blur. Alright, then we'll make this, let's say, let's go 24 and a half, 25 and a half. This will help me, so I don't get carried away. And I'm not breaking the boundaries on this panel. I don't know if I'm breaking any panels on this page. Nope, not with drawings at least. Maybe this mop here, but I don't think I'm gonna break it with a mop. Crazy mop action. That looks wrong. Well, no, it's my glasses. I like it when it's not perfect like that. I wanted it too perfect. I'd do the whole thing in InDesign or Illustrator, something like that. But I'll paint this in Illustrator, I believe. I'm going to do a test with watercolors too. I heard that I read for Captain Underpants, he had his drawings photocopied onto cardstock, and then cardstock or cover stock, I don't know, thick paper, and then he watercolored them. So I'd like to test that out. That sounds fun. Okay, grandpa here. I like to just do very general. That's more specific than I usually like to draw. I usually just do big shapes to show me where to put things, and then I can decide as I'm drawing. So yeah, his face is really smushy. I drew his head really, you can see my brain switching from side to side when I just stop talking completely. Drew him really scribbly last night. So he's just lifting her up, and you only see a little bit of his wrinkly face. He's stooped over, and his custodian uniform has this kind of like telescope cloth thing, and that's just a robe. So his hand has to be here. He's got like superhero gloves on. That's what I think of them as, or dishwashing gloves. And so one hand will be under the armpits here, one will be supporting her back, his thumb will be there, his elbow would be about there, shoulder about there. These things are usually chubby, but he's ancient, so he's just saggy. Got little spots and wrinkles like that. He's going sleeveless. I really need to settle down. I need to settle down here. Okay. Lift her up on the cart. She's going to be swinging her legs around. Body will be about here. Maybe we'll see the bottom of a foot. Her boot. There we go. And the other one, maybe we'll see the back of it. She's wiggly. She's still pretty young. All right. All right, we'll go right off. Maybe. This is the number 1. Okay. Kind of like putting them in a shopping cart at the store to sit. That's what I'm thinking. Got that idea last night while I was drawing the previous page. Put some wooden spokes and put some dowels down, part of the bottom rack. I always do this. I think connects here. There we go. Maybe we'll do like something like that. I mean, that looks like a little kid drew it, but I'm just roughing it in. All right, there could be maybe some folded blankets here, brush, cleaning. Maybe a jar of something. There. All right, with the ones, I'm just getting it basic, and I might put a few, and if it looks terrible, it does. This is almost like pencil work at the beginning to see what I want. Yeah. It's almost like a sketch for the beginning. All right. Yes. I'm not going to go too 3D with the wheel or anything. No, there's no need. I have all my pens in my sweatshirt here. It's freezing in this room. So I have a winter hat on and a big sweatshirt. I have all my pens in my sweatshirt pocket because I have these magnifying glasses on, and if I set them anywhere else, I'm just going to knock them over because I can't see what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to go next to an 8, which is thicker. 0.8 micron. I love these Pigma microns. They're all I use now. I mean, I want this to be consistent, so. All right, now with this, I only do usually like inside a drawing, any sort of main lines that I want to stand out. I don't worry too much about the outer lines as I draw the outer lines. Maybe like, there we go. Maybe some big wrinkles in here. You can see how it's creating emphasis on that spot. It's prioritizing the drawing, which is exactly what I want. Little messy details don't matter as much. They become just details. Well, at least I say they do. Yeah, I'm getting into the drawing mode, so I'm gonna just draw. I'm not drawing a lot of background on these in this sequence. I'm coming up on some. Pretty soon it's going to become super important again. So I'll start, and it'll be a new area, so I'll be focusing more on background. All right, this is 005. And not sure anyone will ever watch this, but it's kind of fun for me to set up and do. So if anyone ever does, hello. Hope you're all good. You could just have this on. Usually I do these at night. So if you're stuck up late and you want something on that isn't completely weird or disturbing, which it's easy to stumble across, or if you're drawing, that doesn't make much sense here, this crosshatch. Or, there we go. Or if you just like to watch drawing, I'm going to do this for my whole book. I just started the videos. But I've already drawn over half the book. But I still have a ways to go. That is doing what I want. The pencil's starting to distract me. I usually erase it sooner. Don't really have a... There we go. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera well. Guess we'll see. Alright, what I like to do last is big fat Sharpie. And I go around the main outlines, pretty loosely actually. And I've said it before, but it's so nice to be drawing. I've been drawing in a while because I couldn't see. I lost my close-up sight. And I just can't get over it. I'm so relieved be able to do this again. Good. Done. I'm just going to hold on to these. Now let's just crank. the one. Oh, I have to quit. All right, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna come back to this because I was just starting to speed up too. But that was fun. Darn it. Wish I didn't have to stop.